Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Brooklyn Bulls. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 13 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Walker. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Not the best of starts here. We know they're on a 2-game skid. 3 and out. That's not what they had drawn up.
Not even close. And now what you're asking your defense to do is pick you up. And they've had to do that, I'm sure, during this losing streak. Hopefully you've got one of those confident defenses that says, we'll take care of that. Hopefully you'll get back on track soon.
At their own 29-yard line.
First carry for the former receiver, Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. Here's Allen. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and 1 there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game and you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find that they're all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
At the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 39, Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit well in the last couple of games.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he lets it go deep for Cook. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
End zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and
take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Walker, and finding the tight end Hooper.
Walker's pass complete to Austin Hooper.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
on second down, Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Walker. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Hold 6.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, space to maneuver at the 40. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there out of Kamara. 45 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Back to Mixon on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have once again taken the lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him. Because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll run here with Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They got to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going. Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and they get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. He'll have another 1st down and more. He's out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 with a 7. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
After the penalty, it's Mixon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Walker, throw left side, complete. It's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Walker to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Walker from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
13.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Cohen. And he this deep into Patriot territory. So we have reached half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
It's 13.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there out of Kamara, and even 70 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Allen going to throw, escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now Walker on 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Walker got a man open. It's Sutton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Walker, wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 4th. Touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. And this one's back to an 8-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback, instead he gets it.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Going for it on 4th down, Allen. Complete. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Allen off the play fake. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Sets up the 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the score. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
New England trying to get a place on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Walker. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was head fractured sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game, because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
throw is Walker from the gun on third down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd get a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Walker. That's complete. Henry. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
Always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Open man is complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. As we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
27.
Allen's throw is complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On play action, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, Allen out to his left. And they'll catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually 25 yards. They'll run it with Kamara. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up second and goal.
Kamara trying again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Walker.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And that is incomplete.
Intended for quarterback.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Walker now throwing on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down, New England.
Here's Walker on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Into the secondary again. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. The pass there complete to Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Walker can't get away, and he's taken down.
Richardson. The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Walker. He's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Walker throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
4-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Allen. Catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Allen off the play fake. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. There to knock is the safety, Amani Hooker. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Off play action. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Walker. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Walker throwing on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's